How's it going, all you beautiful people? Ascended Heroes and Perfect Order. It's so interesting that Pokemon can put out two sets back to back, and the market has completely different reactions to the two sets. It's almost like polar opposites. So I brought some of the ETBs just because I had them laying around, and I was like, why not? I think it's nice to show stuff on camera sometimes. It's easier to see than just seeing my face. So here's the Ascended Heroes ETB. Really nice, really pretty, really sought after. And one really interesting thing about Ascended Heroes is it's even surprised me. And I'm somebody that believes that Pokemon products over time do well typically. I know that there's down markets, but over time, Pokemon markets will do well, or Pokemon products will perform well. But I understand that when a set first comes out, there will be a bit of a dip because there's a lot of hype in the beginning. A lot of people are buying stuff in the beginning, and then product gets released, and then a lot of product gets released, and prices will typically drop. But Ascended Heroes has been so just interesting following the trends of the prices. So this Ascended Heroes ETB, MSRP is $50, and one thing that people don't say sometimes is a lot of stores, their MSRP is raising. So for example, Target, a lot of ETBs you'll get from Target. Target is now selling ETBs for $60 instead of $50 that Pokemon Center. Best Buy still sells ETBs for $50. Walmart, I'm not really sure. I think Walmart sells it for whatever they want to sell it for because they had that prismatic drop for, I think, $70. But I don't think Walmart is $50 either. It's higher than $50. So MSRP is a suggested retail, and a lot of places don't actually sell for $50 anymore. But Ascended Heroes, their ETBs just, it's going crazy because when it first came out, I was like, oh, it's coming out at about $100. I do think that it's going to drop a little bit. Not saying that it's a bad product. Ascended Heroes is such a good product, and I have no doubt in my mind that as long as Pokemon does well, doesn't die, that Ascended Heroes will do well. If Ascended Heroes does not do well, then no Pokemon product will do well. That's kind of where I'm at this point because Ascended Heroes is just such a hot product. It has two Pikachu cards. What set has two amazing Pikachu cards that you can chase? It has a Gengar card, over $1,000 raw. I mean, Gengar is a fan favorite. A Dragonite card, a Mewtwo card, a Gold Charizard. It has just so many cards to chase in it. Even a lot of the illustration rares are really pretty. But even with that, I thought that Ascended Heroes would drop a little bit. But ever since it came out, there was a small dip. It's just been going up. And now Ascended Heroes ETBs are about $135. That's crazy because Prismatic Evolutions, which is also a really good set, came out about a year before Ascended Heroes. And I know there was a huge reprint of Prismatic Evolutions ETBs recently, which drove the price down. But the difference of Ascended Heroes ETB being $135 and a Prismatic ETB, I think, being around $170 or something like that, a $35 difference. And Prismatic Evolutions is a year older. Prismatic Evolutions is going to go out of rotation in a year, which means that it's probably going to be out of print. They're both amazing sets, but it's crazy that Ascended Heroes, a product that just came out, not just, but came out recently, is only $35 less than the Prismatic Evolutions ETB. And it's just so crazy to me because it's just so crazy. Like this ETB came out. I know it's really hard getting products, and I haven't got a product out in the wild, but a lot of people are getting products from Target and things like that, but you have to be first in line. You have to get there right when the restock is happening or you're not going to get it. And even with people still continuously getting ETBs, it's just not enough. It's not enough for the market. It's not enough for the demand. I'm hearing a lot of other YouTube channels, and a lot of people are saying they're ripping ships. They're ripping crazy amounts of Ascended Heroes. People that have online stores, a lot of their customers are coming to them saying, do you have Ascended Hero ETBs? Do you have Ascended Hero cases for me to buy? So the Ascended Heroes demand is just so high, and it's so high that people that are running online stores, and I watch a lot of them, they'll buy Ascended Hero cases for 90%, 85%, and then they'll sell it instantly for 100%. They'll put it on their store and they'll sell for 100%. That's just crazy. Buying something at 90% to flip because you know it's going to sell really fast at 100% on market. And not only that, a lot of people say, not only that, but when they order the case of, let's say, a case of Ascended Heroes ETBs, by the time the Ascended Heroes case of ETBs, which is 10 ETBs, arrives, that product is already up $50, $100, so there's more margin in that. So Ascended Heroes market is just going crazy. It's just so interesting to watch. Everywhere you look, everywhere on YouTube, anyone that talks about it, anyone that sells cards, anyone that sells boxes, they'll tell you that Ascended Heroes is flying through the shelf. They put it on their store, instant sell out, even if they're selling it at market. And it's just so interesting to watch. Is there a worry? Because I feel like a lot of people are buying it to invest in. Should that worry you? I know a lot of people are saying, oh, so many people are holding cardboard, so is it really going to go up in price? Does that worry you? To me personally, I don't think it's that big of a worry because I think people overestimate how many people are actually hoarding, or a lot of people say hoarding product, I guess investing in product, getting product, sealed product and putting it to the side, holding for many years. I don't actually believe that a lot of people will hold on to something for 5 years like they say. A lot of people are like, I'm going to hold this for 5 years, but a lot of times it doesn't really work out that way. So I don't really think that the hoarding thing is an issue. And also, a lot of people say this, and a lot of people I watch are ribbon shippers. They will say that ribbon shipping has changed the game because a lot of the big ribbon shippers are ripping hundreds to thousands of packs a stream. A stream. Like if you think about it, an ETB has what, 9 packs? So they're probably breaking for Ascended Heroes, depending on how big they are, 100 Ascended Hero ETBs worth of packs in one stream. Just one stream, one streamer, one stream. So ribbon shipping has changed the game too, because a lot of people have the ribbon shippers, that's their business, have to get product and they have to rip the product to sell the packs to the people that want to buy it. So that's obviously going to kill the market. But not only that, or kill the supply, but not only that, if you look at the Japanese Pokemon market, you can buy a lot of Japanese products, Pokemon products. I know Pokemon products, Japanese Pokemon products have gone up crazy over time, but even Japanese Pokemon products that are well in supply, there's a lot of them, even those eventually go up in price. They go up slower, but once they're out of print, once they're not printing as much, they go up in price. So to me, it's a very simple supply and demand thing. Sure, when something's in supply, there's a ceiling to how high it can go, or is there, because Ascended Hero is going crazy. But once it's close to getting out of rotation, like 151, we saw an example of that, prices will go up. But it's just crazy to see. I'm so curious to see what Ascended Heroes will do. But the next set after Ascended Heroes that came out, and I'll show it just because I had it laying around, Perfect Order. And this set is just so different. And it's so interesting because I was up late last night, and a lot of you guys might know, but there's Target online drops that happen a lot of times after midnight Pacific time. I'm in the Pacific zone, San Diego, California. And Perfect Order ETBs came out on Target at around, I don't know the exact time, 12:15, 12:30 a.m. And up to this point, anytime Target releases something, it typically sells out pretty fast. Ascended Heroes will sell out whenever the server stops jamming and people are able to get it. It'll sell out as soon as it can. But the Perfect Order ETB came out at about 12:30. And when I woke up for work, it was still there. When I checked at 9 a.m., it was still on Target site. When I checked at 10 a.m., it was still on Target site. And I know it's $60, but it's just so crazy to me because this is one of the first sets in a long time where an ETB is sitting on Target online. You don't even need to walk to a Target to get it. You just order it online. It'll get shipped to your door. You don't even pay for shipping because it's past the minimum amount to get free shipping. And I don't know exactly because I wasn't checking all the time, but I think it was on their website until 11 or noon or something like that. So it was available for maybe 12 hours. And I know it's $60, it's not the $50, but it's crazy because the perfect order ETB, even on TCG Player, is about $73 right now. A lot of people, a lot of streamers, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of rip and shippers are saying they're having a hard time selling packs, and they're not even selling the packs for that much. They're selling it for $650 or something. So it's not even that much. But they're having a hard time selling them. They're having a hard time selling booster boxes for just over MSRP for market. I think market for a booster box it fluctuates, but it's about $205. It's just crazy that Ascended Heroes is just so sought after. Perfect Order is not. And Perfect Order coming out and not being in demand as much might have made Ascended Heroes worse, because now everyone wants Ascended Heroes. But what happened to MSRP gang? What happened to all the people that said, I just want packs to rip? It's just so interesting because I don't see them anymore. And I almost feel like what MSRP gang, what people that want to open packs really want to say is, I want good packs to rip or to secretly sell without people noticing, of the good stuff, of the good sets like Ascended Heroes. I want to be able to buy an Ascended Heroes ETB for $50 plus tax and unlimited amounts of them. But the reality is, who wouldn't? Like, I feel like if you didn't buy it, you're just, what are you doing? If you actually enjoy the Pokemon hobby and you had an opportunity to buy 10 Ascended Hero ETBs for $50 each plus tax, would you not buy it even if you didn't want it? Or even if you weren't going to use it? You can buy it. You can give it to one of your friends. You can give it to someone else. You can sell it for something else. You can trade it for something else. Like, obviously people are going to want it. So it's just so funny. I feel like in the online world there's so much negativity, and it's so funny because in person I don't really meet people like that. I've vended at 5 card shows, and I know that's not that many. A lot of people are way more seasoned than me, but every single person I've met has been so friendly. I haven't actually even met one negative person. That's just a thought I had. Like, where are they? Where's the MSRP gang? Perfect Order ETB was available on Target's website, 12 hours. You could have got it for $60 plus tax. I know that's higher than $50, but that's pretty close to MSRP. So I don't know. It's just very interesting. It's a very interesting thought. I'm actually very curious to see what both Ascended Heroes and Perfect Order does. I thought that maybe Perfect Order would slow down the Pokemon market, but it's not, because Ascended Heroes is here. So we'll see what happens for the rest of the year. Those are just some of my thoughts. Let me know in the comments what you think about Ascended Heroes, what you think about Perfect Order. If you're trying to get Ascended Heroes, if you're trying to get Perfect Order, if you're trying to get Ascended Heroes from market, a lot of investors are coming in buying Ascended Heroes from market right now, which is why I think the price is going up. The demand is going up. So many people want Ascended Heroes. Let me just know in the comments what you think about Perfect Order, Ascended Heroes, what's really happening in the Pokemon market, the hobby. I feel like there's so much going on. If you think that Perfect Order is going to slow down the market, if we have another bad set, like if the Greninja set that's coming out, Chaos Rising, doesn't do well, will that be enough to slow down the market? Or will it not matter because everyone will flock to Ascended Heroes and Prismatic Evolutions and Destined Rivals and the good sets? So let me know in the comments what you think. And if you watched it this far, I'd really appreciate if you'd subscribe to my YouTube, follow me on Instagram and TikTok. They're all TCG Collector's House. Drop a comment, drop an upvote, drop a like. It really does help with the algorithm. But most importantly, I really appreciate you watching. It means a lot to me. Your support means a lot to me. And I'll see you next time.